how to read your YouTube audience retention graph like a pro. Have you ever uploaded a YouTube video, opened YouTube Studio, and looked at the audience retention graph without really understanding what those lines and drops mean? Maybe you have asked yourself, why did the viewers leave here? Why is there a spike there? And why does the graph keep falling throughout the video? Today, I am going to show you how to read the audience retention graph like a pro. And more importantly, how to use it to make your next video better. If you are a small YouTuber struggling with views, don't ignore this graph. It can tell you exactly where your video is losing people's attention. Let us look at this example. But before we look at this example, I want us to know what audience retention is. Audience retention tells you how well your video keeps viewers watching over time. Think of it as a journey. At the beginning of your video, you have people who clicked. As the video continued, some viewers leave, while others keep watching. YouTube records this behavior and displays it on the retention graph. The higher the graph remains, the more viewers are still watching. The lower it goes, the more viewers have left. Let us go to the audience retention graph. In this example, at around 0 seconds to 0.3 seconds, the retention is 87%. That means approximately 87% of the viewers were still watching 3 seconds into the video. That is a good starting point. But look at carefully what happens next. The graph drops sharply, and this is where you need to pay attention. A sharp drop means many viewers stopped watching during that section. So, don't simply say, my video has low retention. Ask a better question. What happened at the exact moment people started leaving? Did you have a long introduction? Did you take too long to get to the point? Did the opening fail to match what the title and the thumbnail promised? Did you show something that wasn't interesting enough? Those are the questions you should investigate. Look at the first 30 seconds. That is from 0.2 seconds to 0.3 seconds. They are also very important. At this point, at around the 30 seconds mark, about 43% of the viewers are still watching. YouTube describes this as typical for this particular video. Now, don't panic because simply the graph has fallen. Your goal isn't necessarily to keep the graph at 100%. Your goal is to understand where and why viewers leave. The first 30 seconds are especially very important because viewers are deciding whether your video deserves their time. So instead of spending 20 seconds saying, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please subscribe before delivering the actual content. Consider giving viewers a reason to stay immediately. Now, when you open your audience retention graph for your particular video, you'll find a component called intro, top moment, spike, dip. I want us to unpack at least 2 of these components. And I want us to begin with the dip. When you look at your audience retention graph, there is a part called dip. What is it? What does dip mean? Now, let us talk about it. A dip is a point where the retention graph moves downwards. It means viewers are leaving at that point of the video. For example, imagine you are teaching viewers how to increase their YouTube views. Then suddenly, you spend 1 minute talking about something unrelated. The graph drops. That tells you something. Your audience may not have found the section useful or engaging. When you see a significant dip on your graph, go back and watch that exact section of your video. Don't guess. Don't investigate. Ask, what was happening on the screen? What was I saying? Did I repeat information? Did I move away from the promise of a video? This is how you turn analytics into improvement. Now, I want us to look at another item on the audience retention graph. That is spike. What does a spike mean? A spike is an upward movement in the retention graph. This can happen when viewers are particularly interested in a certain moment, or when viewers replay a particular section. You demonstrate a technique that viewers really want to learn. You might see increased interest in that section. That is valuable information. You can ask, Why did people find this part interesting? Maybe it was the topic. Maybe it was the way you explained it. Maybe it was something viewers wanted to see again. Whatever the reason, learn from it. You may even be able to create another video around that topic. Now, if you are to look at your graph, what does a flat section mean? Look at the section where the graph stays relatively stable. This is very important for you to know. It means you are not losing viewers quickly in that section. That can be a sign that the content is holding people's attention. So, don't only study your biggest drops. Study the section where viewers stayed. Ask, what did I do right here? Was the explanation clear? Was there a visual demonstration? Was the pacing faster? Was I telling a story? Was I answering a question viewers had? Your retention graph isn't only showing you your mistakes. It can also show you what you're doing right. I want us to look at, why does the graph keep falling? You know, many smaller YouTubers look at their graph and say, why is my graph going down? Does that mean my video is dead? Not necessarily. A gradual decline is normal because not all viewers watch the video from the beginning to the end. Some viewers will watch for a few seconds, others will watch for several minutes, and some will watch the entire video. What you want to avoid is the unnecessary sharp drops. A gradual decline can be much more useful than a graph that suddenly collapses because viewers became uninterested. So, when you are reading the audience retention graph, don't just look at the graph. Watch the video. Here is some of the biggest mistakes creators make. They look at the graph, but they don't go back to the actual video. Don't do that. Watch what happens. Maybe you are talking too slowly. Maybe there is a long pause. Maybe the visual changes are too slow. Maybe you are repeating yourself. Maybe the viewer already got the answer and there is no reason to continue. The graph tells you where something happened. Your video helps you to understand why. Here is how I want you to use this information. After every upload, don't just check your views. Open your audience analytics. Look at 3 things. Number 1, the opening. How many viewers remain in the first 30 seconds. Number 2, the biggest dips. Where are people leaving? Number 3, the strongest sections. Where does the audience remain engaged or show increased interest? Then use those lessons in your next video. That is how you improve. Not by guessing, not by copying another creator blindly, but by studying your own audience. And if you are a smaller YouTuber like me, I want you to remember something. Sometimes you upload a video expecting thousands of views. You wake up, you open YouTube Studio, and the numbers haven't moved much. But don't let low views stop you from learning. Every upload gives you information. One video might teach you that your introduction is too long. Another might show you that your audience loves tutorials. Another might show you that a particular topic keeps people watching longer. That is valuable information. Your job is to keep learning from every upload. So, next time you open YouTube Studio and see your audience retention graph, don't just look at the line. Read the story behind the line. A sharp drop asks, why did the viewers leave? A spike asks, what made viewers interested or return? A stable section asks, what am I doing right here that is working? And a gradual decline reminds you that not every viewer will watch the entire video. The goal isn't to create a perfect retention graph. The goal is to understand your audience better than every upload. So, before you upload your next video, go back to your previous videos. Study those retention graphs. Identify your strongest moments and your biggest problems. And use those lessons to create something better. Keep creating, keep studying, and keep improving. And if you are a smaller YouTuber trying to grow, don't give up just because the numbers are small today. Your next upload could be better because of what you learned from the last one. If this video helped you understand audience retention graph, like, share, subscribe for more YouTube growth lessons. And I will see you in the next video.